Instagram Live. How many of you know I do Instagram Live? Alright? If you are listening to me, at least you need to know who I am. Because if I'm calling myself your brother, alright, the least you should know is who I am. So can I tell you my story? How I ended up here holding the microphone, alright, for the last 25 years, speaking to amazing people like you guys. So my story is a beautiful story. And the reason why I want you to tell you the story, because it comes back to the first pillar we are discussing this morning. My story begins in a small town. How many of you come from a small town? Isn't it amazing growing up in a small town? Yes? I love growing up in a small town. So I come from a small town called Teluk Intan. Alright? In English, it means Diamond Bay. Diamond Bay. It's a small town surrounded by a river. Very small town. Small town means if I talk to a girl, before I reach home, my mother already knows. You know this kind of town? Everyone is a busybody, you understand? You cannot do anything, you will be caught. Are you guys with me? So I grew up in a small town. Alright? And my parents, my father, Senathirajah, and my mother, Pathman. Alright? So I am both their names. You understand? So my mother, Pathman, and my father, Senathirajah, were both government servants, civil servants. They were school teachers. Alright? School teachers. And you know, when your parents are teachers, everyone expects you to be smart. It did not work out that way. Alright? And somewhere along that journey, when I was 3 years old, I lost my father. I lost my father when I was 3 years old. So those of you who have lost a parent when you were young, I hope you understand. That means I never knew my father. It's sad, but I never knew him. My only wish, somebody asked me if I could turn back time, what was the only thing I would wish for? Is that he was still alive. Do you understand? So I made it a choice to learn about my father. Because I never knew him, I was 3 years old. I have no memory. So that means my mom became a single mother at a very young age with 3 boys. I have 2 brothers, Kuna and Sati. I am the best looking one. No. Don't tell them. But I love them to them. Without Kuna and Sati, I will not be who I am today, standing here in front of all of you. The most amazing brothers to grow up, we punch each other. Actually no, Sati and me together punch Kuna, because he was the irritating older brother. And when you have an older brother who is perfect, you get all the beating. Are you guys with me now? Alright? So my mom was a single mother, and those days they never think of getting married again. It never existed. That was love. You understand? Today sometimes even before the husband dies, some marriage is already happening. Are you guys with me? But those days, love was like, she never even thought about it. When she was older, I asked her. I said, Amma, why didn't you consider marrying? You lost Papa when you were young. She said, how can I? Right? How can I trust any other man to look after the 3 of you? So my mother became our mom, our dad, everything. Alright? She taught me how to drive. Alright? She taught us how to drive a car. She taught me how to fly a kite. Alright? She taught me everything, even how to talk to girls. But that one I think she scammed me. Alright? So I grew up in a small town, and it was a beautiful town, the same town AVP Kala I grew up. Alright? So Kala is from the same hometown. My mom was Kala's teacher. Are you guys with me? And what you do not know is my mom and dad were teachers of Dato Sri Vijay Ishwaran. So I have known Dato Sri Vijay before I was born. to come together even before I was born. Are you guys with me? Alright? And so I grew up in a small town. And small towns are a beautiful place to grow up. You have a lot of friends. Now I enjoyed life when I was young. And I'll tell you a small story. I fell in love. I fell in love for the first time when I was 12 years old. Let me tell you why this is important, this story. Because everything you need to succeed in network marketing, you don't need me to teach you. Life has already taught you. Do you understand? Everything you need to succeed in network marketing is already here. It's already here. Alright? This VCON, we are just bringing it out so you realize you already have what it takes to be a max out king and max out queen. So why I'm talking about my love story? Because I started to dream. I understood the power of the dream when I was young. So I was 12 years old, and we have this transport that takes us to school every day in the morning. Alright? You wake up, you're half asleep, carrying the stupid bag, you understand? And then, going into the van and sitting down, and one auntie is driving, you understand? And every morning it was boring and the worst experience of my life. But one morning, one beautiful morning, I entered the van and I sat down, depressed, going to school. And I turned this side, and there she was. And I heard the song. Tujhe dekha to hai jana sanam, pyar hota hai deewana sanam. And I understand why in Bollywood movies, suddenly everything becomes slow. Because that's what happened to me. I saw everything slow. Even the wind blowing a hair, it was like Kajol or Karina, you understand the wind? Hey, by the way, after seeing my intro video, now you know the connection. But by the way, Cheif is a good friend of mine. Alright? There's Cheif Kapoor, right? No, Cheif Ali Khan. He is my brother now, we agreed. We broke up and now they're together, bless them, they're all okay. So, I fell in love. I didn't know the girl, but I fell in love. And when I fell in love, the dream started. 12 years old. I said, she's the one. She is the one. Are you guys with me now? And then, I decided, no matter what happens, no matter how challenging this journey, I will not give up. I will get her. You understand? But she obviously ignored my existence, like all girls. You understand? When a guy likes you, and you even like the guy, what do? But inside your heart, I don't understand. Why can't you just go up to the guy and say, I like you too? Alright? Now see, the guy got excited. So, I fell in love. Alright? And I wanted her to be my girlfriend so badly. So I found out where she was living. And every day, I was to ride my bicycle to the house just to see her. Do you remember this? Sometimes you go to the bus stop and wait in the rain for her to come. This is like a Hindi movie. They should make a movie about my first love. Are you guys with me now? So what happened was, I used to ride my bicycle in front of a house. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Do you know what I call that? Presentación, 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 presentación. And just to see her. And one evening, after riding the bicycle, I think for 2 weeks, becoming dark in the sun, one evening, she came out. I sent her love letters through Kalai. Obviously, Kalai is the worst messenger on the planet. I think she threw away my love letters. Alright? I was 12 years old. I wrote love letters, Roses are red, violets are blue, you remember that? Alright? And I said to Kala is useless, never gave her. So one day, Amma told me, I got a school trip. Alright? And my mother was the teacher for her class, the girls' class. And she said, you come along. No boy wants to follow the mother on a girls' trip. But this boy, I said, yes. My mother said, you really want to come? Yes, ma'am. It's a school trip. We can learn something. So, before that I planned, because it's my dream. I don't care whether I'm embarrassed. I don't care whether I have to do whatever it takes. If you have a dream, you must be willing to do whatever it takes. And I decided to surprise her with a song. Alright? So last time we had a cassette. You morons will not know what a cassette is. You know the cassette? You know a cassette? And then you put the pencil and you turn it, you remember? You remember? So I had this cassette. And I put the cassette and I played the song. It was a song by Starship called Nothing Is Gonna Stop Us Now. Looking in your eyes, I see your paradise. You know, put your hand in my hand, baby. You don't know the song? You know, some of you? Yeah, that means you're old like me, okay? So I play, rewind, play, rewind, play, rewind. Again, presentación, presentación, presentación. And I wrote the song. So I sat in the bus and we were going to this whatever place. And I sat there, full of girls, Amma in front. And I waited, Amma fell asleep. And then I stood up, like Shah Rukh Khan. And I walked. No fear. Every girl is looking at me and saying, what is this moron doing? You understand? And I went in front of her like the national anthem. I took out a piece of paper, I looked at her and I said, looking in your eyes, see your pen. You see, when you have a dream, you don't feel shy. There is no embarrassment. And I sang, and she was embarrassed. She didn't look at me. Alright? No reaction. Depression. I went back and sat down and I gave up. And I felt that this is the worst day of my life. My heart was broken. My dream was gone. You know the feeling? Alright? I thought it was over. I didn't want to go on with life anymore. And then I sat at the back. Then we went to this place where there's Ferris wheel and all that stuff. And there was a haunted house. And I entered the haunted house. The ghost was coming. I didn't give two hoots about the ghost because I was depressed. It was dark. I was walking. And suddenly, I felt somebody hold my hand. I felt somebody hold my hand. And I never prayed that much to God before. My only prayer, I hope it's not another boy. Are you guys with me now? Who was scared and wanted to hold my hand. So I walked. And when we came out of the haunted house, the sun was shining. I turned. And it was the girl I was in love with. So guys, the lesson I learned at that point, don't ever give up on your dream. No matter what happens, you hold a hand. And that was my journey from a young age. When I went to school, I hated school. I'll be very honest. I hated school. I don't know what the morons were teaching us. Let me give you an example. Do you know pi? Please tell me, when on earth have you used pi after you left the bloody school? Never. Do you go to the restaurant? Myself, 1 pi of chai, 3.148. Total waste of our time. They should have taught us about network marketing. They should have taught us about financial freedom. Why teach us about pi? And then do you remember chemistry? Yes, sir. 2 liquids. Pour into a beaker. Take 1 powder. Put inside. And it turns purple. So what? When have I used this ever? I am praying that every school in the world, the teacher will go up and draw a circle and say, this is you. 3 baby on the left. Are you guys okay? That's my dream. That's my dream. So I went to school. I was not very good. And after high school, I had a choice. In Malaysia, all Indians must become an engineer, lawyer, accountant, doctor. The only 4 respected professions in the world. Alright? Based on the fact my maths failed, biology, physics, all failed. If I was a doctor, my patient will die before coming to the operation theatre. Because I'll put the powder and wait for it to turn purple. So I couldn't become a doctor, alright? But I knew how to talk. So that left the only but worst profession on the planet, lawyer. So I studied to become a lawyer. Don't ask me how I passed. Maybe they were grading based on good looks, you understand? And then I passed. And then I got my first job. Alright? The biggest scam on the planet. The biggest. I'm waiting for the headline in the newspaper.